As you can see, the NAMM Show is coming up on January 25th. Now, it's been going on since 1901. That's about 122 years ago. Now, back then, it was all about the piano, all kinds of pianos. So in 1901, they had about 52 members. And they had an association called the National Piano Manufacturers Association of America. And it formed into a new association called the National Association of Piano Dealers of America. And they traveled across the country selling all types of new, fresh pianos or toy pianos, whatever it was, they sold them. Now, between 1902 and 1919, black musicians were forming the new type of music, not just in New Orleans, but around the area and around the country. Jazz was forming. But also during this time, marching bands became popular. Now, there was this great conductor and arranger and writer called John Philip Sousa, and he was an American marching king. He played for the Navy, the Marines, everywhere. And he had these great marching songs. And with the growth of these two forms of music, they started to include musical instrument manufacturers like brass, woodwinds, strings, percussion, drums, also publishing, and phonograph manufacturers and radio. They formed NAMM, the National Association of Music Merchants. Now, what's happening here is actually amazing. The American music sound is getting bigger around the world, not just in America. You see, at this point in history, people in other countries had their own music. And with the import of the sheet music, the musical instruments that were sold by members of NAMM, American pop music was all over the world. And then the greatest invention ever presented at NAMM is there in the early 1930s. George Beauchamp, with the help of Adolf Rickenbacker, invent the first electric guitar for the Electro String Instrument Corporation. The invention of the guitar, the presentation of the guitar, changed everything in American about American music and around the world. What happens is the manufacturers that keep coming to NAMM started making guitar strings. They started making bridges for guitars. They started making pickups for guitars to get a better sound. They made amplifiers for guitars too. Bigger, smaller, for jazz, for rock, just for Hawaiian festival. The guitar became the ultimate instrument to be played in American Musicana. And with the change of every form of music that ever came out, from the blues with a sliding blues guitar, to the first time a guy sees Elvis Presley with a guitar, how many guys you think want to be that guy? Or the first time anyone hears the Beatles, and they want to play the bass, the drums, they want to be like Ringo. I mean, it just goes on and on every year. Or the first time someone sees a DJ cut a record, oh, I want to do that. In NAMM, you can go see the latest, the greatest, and what's ever new. Now, this new one, it could be AI, it could be VST4, I have no idea. But one thing's for sure, I want to know. Now, I've always liked Yamaha for years, particularly when I had the Motif 6 and Motif 8. Real popular in the studio. People loved it. And now they got this Montage that's pretty cool too. Love that piece of gear. They got this MX88 synth. Awesome too as well. But they also have Steinberg products. So Steinberg, as you already probably know, invented VSTs, right? So Steinberg's got some stuff going on. They're part of Yamaha. So we want to find out what's going on. Now, I have always liked Yamaha gear, particularly the speakers too as well. And this MSP3 is smoking. Heard it, two-way powered monitor speaker system, quality audio, excellent, really great. And the cost isn't too bad either. But we're going to see what happens this year. Now, Roland has gone big with Galaxy S. I mean, that's how you say it. Anyway, it's huge. That's big. Of course, the Phantom EX, great. An upgrade, nothing wrong with that. SP44 Matu, a hit out the box. Still selling today, and that's a new one. Then we also have the Aria series. I like these guys, nice little compact devices. It just works. So we got to see what Roland's going to do. Of course, they make grand pianos, but I can't afford that. So there's also the SH4D. I can't afford this, and this is kind of hot. Now, I also like Native Instrument. Native Instruments has some pretty good products. I like the control, and of course, I love machine. Whether I have the controller or not, the software is really cool to work with, to make up beats, and to build up some sort of transitions. It's really cool. But you know something? Native Instruments got popular in 2009 when they introduced the machine. Now, also, they have a new product out, which is this one right here. This is the new Control Series. This is the new Control Series, as you can see here, and it's kind of hot. Like what they did, they've improved it a lot. I would prefer some pads on there, but no need. You got the keyboards. We got to see what's going on with it, and hopefully, I hope they show up there, because it's like $1,000 for one of these things, right? That's $1,000 for that big one, wow. And it does a lot, so we shall see. And there's always Akai. They got their APC 64, which is out now. Great for Ableton Live. But I wonder what they're going to do with the MPC line. Will they come up with the MPC Mini or something to at least compete with the Roland SP404 Mark II? A lot of MPC users are actually buying that device, and they're using it along with their MPCs. It gives it a different lo-fi flavor. And I gotta admit, the SP404 Mark II is fun to work with, no matter what you're doing. So we're gonna see what happens with Akai. But what's most important, 2024 will be Akai's 40th year, their anniversary. So I expect them to come out with a whole bunch of really good products we gotta see, and NAMM's the place to show it. Now I expect to see Corg too. They've gotta show this off with a bunch more stuff, their gear actually. But you can see this guy, he has a turntable, he's got his Chaos Replay with him. Kind of cool. I expect to see that there at NAMM as well, with them showing off some really cool features about it. And it's not a bad device. It works pretty cool, but what will I use it for? What will we use it for, you know? Okay, cool, not bad. Well, we'll learn more soon. But Corg makes a lot of devices. Don't sleep on them. They're a quality Japanese company. Now you'll see here, they got a big sale, of course, Black Friday, but you'll go down here, you'll see tons of stuff. Nautilus here, Key Stage, kind of cool. I like these little hand pianos they make too. You can play on stage as well. They got the Wave State, which is kind of cool also as well. They got Virus, which has always been great. I've got the Micro Core Crystal. There's a ton of really great things from Corg. Don't sleep on this company. They're from Japan. They're not messing around. As you can see here, this device is cool. I love this keyboard here, the hand piano. Just go on stage with that. Really cool. But they sell more than just that. You'll see here, they sell guitars too. So don't sleep on the company. Hopefully they'll show up with something new. They got headsets. I believe they have turntables soon. Oh, here it is. This is really cool. This is kind of bad. This is dope for stage work, for guys who play keyboards. That's always been cool. What else we got here? We got cases. Everything's here. So look, if you go to their booth and they have a booth, check it out. Let me know what's going on with that one. Now, another company I like is Rode, R-O-D-E. I like a couple of their microphones, actually, and I've used their headset several times. Now, we'll come to here. Don't know what they're going to have, but hopefully it'll be something good we can use in the studio. You never know.